Letterpress printing is some complicated as hell printing method that was used a lot before an even more complicated printing method came along and pretty much killed it. Invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century with nothing but a line press and a bunch of letters, letterpress printing was used up until the 19th century. It was used for pretty much everything: books, newspapers, the Holy Bible, my last will and testament, that sort of stuff. To put it in the simplest way possible, you know those stamps you got in little gift bags at a birthday party? Take that and pretty much industrialize it. To print a block of text, you need one of these guys right here. And they're pretty much Adobe InDesign before Adobe InDesign was cool. It's basically the stamp part of this whole operation. A typesetter would go in and put down these metal letters as whatever text you want to print. They had a whole bunch of tools to help with them too. They had like a composition stick and this thing called a bodkin. The process can take hours or even days to get the type just how you want it, and even then you're still limited by the physical stamps you have. Honestly, I don't think we appreciate the technology of today. Without it, graphic designers would be filthy nobodies sitting in a dark room hunched over blocks of type all day. I'm glad that the technology of today frees us from that depressing possibility. Once you got all that type junk done, you throw it onto one of these machines. They're the bulk of the operation since they actually print the shit. I'm not smart enough to go into how these machines work, but the general gist of it is that there's a roller with ink on it that rolls over the type in between the machine pressing each sheet of paper. Now that sounds super easy, but you'd be surprised with how much prep and thought needs to go into printing this stuff. You can mess it up really easy if you're not careful, especially with how many steps there are to print something out, particularly with more complex designs. Like if you want multiple colors on like a business card, then you better make sure that each step is perfect, because if you don't catch it in time, you're going to have hundreds of ruined business cards. While nothing too exciting happened in the world of letterpress printing and its 400-year roll over the printing scene, I mean, come on, it's just paper. It was actually used for the first multi-page newspaper in the United States. Published in September 25th, 1690, the public occurrences, both foreign and domestic, had a total of one issue before being shut down by the colonial government for sundry doubtful and uncertain reports. This goes to show that fake news wasn't just a problem today, but it's been around for as long as America has existed. Anyway, like I foreshadowed in the beginning, letterpress printing isn't nearly as prevalent today as it used to be. With technology increasing, designers need a better way to put their digital designs on paper than just to copy it one for one with metal type. So in walks offset printing with its CMYK coloring and its multiple inking pins. Today, letterpress printing is for the quirky business owner who wants a little more pizzazz in their presentation. Anyway, I'm sure I bored you to death talking about an old form of printing made by some German guy back in the 1400s. I hope you use that information for good. I don't know how to end this.